Hey guys, and welcome to my channel and to today's video. So I'm really excited today to be doing a little review on the Plouise Brow Balm. I absolutely love Plouise products, and especially the bases, as obviously everyone does. So I have the whole range of like the coloured bases and I use them like all the time. I really like them, but I hadn't tried any of the brow products out, so yeah, I was really excited to try this actually because I do love fluffy brows, and I use brow soap a lot, so yeah, I was just really excited when this came out. Also, just want to apologise for my voice. I have had like a cough and a cold, so just kind of at the tail end of that now, but obviously it's still sounding a little bit like this. So this retails for £15 and it comes in this little box here. It comes in a tin and also with a little spoolie. I did use this yesterday, so it's looking a bit skanky now, so yeah, apologies for that. But what I love about this is that you don't need to use water, and that's like, I don't know if I'm just lazy, but I just love that you can just dip and go basically. You haven't got to spray it and like work it up to a nice consistency. You can just stick it straight in and basically go. Also, you don't need a lot of this either, so you just need literally like the tiniest amount on your brush and you're good to go. So yeah, just bear that. Sorry, I keep touching my nose and stuff, it's just like so irritable. But yeah, when you're using this, just bear this in mind that a tiny bit really does go a long way. So I'm just going to start by popping a little bit just at the start of the brow, and then with the spoolie I'm just going to pull it upwards. My mirror's there, so sorry that I'm not kind of looking into the camera, but hopefully you can see better this way anyway. So there's my brows spiked up and in place. That literally took me like less than 10 seconds. And the consistency of this is so nice. It's not thick. Like I sometimes used to use that Schwarzkopf, the glued gel. I can't even remember what it's called. Sorry, I'm not being very helpful today. But the consistency of that was so thick and sticky. It was kind of like hard to work with. Whereas this is quite delicate and gentle, it's not sticky, so you've got room to like, you know, move those brow hairs around and really get them in place of where you want them. And then, as in the Plouise videos, when you get them in place, you just go in with the other end of the brush to really flatten them down to keep them in place. So there's no like clumpiness, there's no like product build up where it starts to get like all proper sticky on top of the eyebrow. There's absolutely none of that. So your foundation, if you do your eyebrows first like me, you won't start getting like all texture and that above there. That is what I really like about this. There's none of that, so you don't need to go in with a wipe and be like really cleaning it up afterwards. It's just kind of get it on and go basically. That is what I love about this. And then, as you'll see, that's the difference in my brows. So obviously my brows are pathetic, and I just love brow like pomade and stuff like that to really get them up nice and fluffy, and I feel like this has achieved what I like it to achieve. Obviously I'll go with a brow pomade and add some like hair strokes and stuff, which I'll do in a sec, but just so you can see, I'm just going to quickly go ahead and do the other brow. Now I've basically just told you all the things I love about it, and here is something I don't love about it. So whilst I've just been working on that brow, this brow here, I don't know if you can see, but those brows have started to fall already, which is not good if you want your brows to be like super fluffy. Now I can kind of get away with it because I like to fluff mine up and then kind of like go off to the side and flatten them down a little bit. So once I get my brow pomade in and get like my lines on, that won't be noticeable. But for girls, well, and guys that like really fluffy brows like people do at the moment, I feel like this would be a bit of a problem because it's not going to keep them like the shape you want it, so you're going to be drawing in lines and stuff and they're going to be falling, and I don't think I just don't think that's good with that product. Like, I would really have loved this to be a little bit stickier. I don't know if it's something I'm doing, but I have seen other people saying similar things to me about it, which is such a shame because I absolutely love P. Louise and I was really rooting for this to be amazing. I mean, like, it is still very good, it's just not quite, like, they just need to change that formula just that tiny bit. But yeah, on their videos it looks very, very sticky and they seem to get it to hold, so I'm not sure, you know, if it's a factor, that if it's something I'm doing, but yeah, that's just my review. Right, so I've just used the brow pomade to fill that one in. I feel like pomade works really well with this balm. Like, you know, sometimes like soaps and stuff, when you go in with your product, they kind of slide over the top and they're very sheer and hard to work with. But yeah, there's no problem with this. It's not affected the application of that at all. The balm at the minute still feels a little bit sticky, not gonna lie, it hasn't like dried down just yet. So yeah, we'll see how it kind of pans out, but yeah, I'll just quickly do my other brow and then give you the overall look and my review. Okay, so that is both of the brows done. It's been like a good 5 minutes and the balm still hasn't dried, so that's just something to bear in mind. It is still very balmy, so it hasn't, I would just really love for it to dry and stay in place. But having said that, like, I would still use this because that's not a massive factor for me, and I do really like the finish it has given, but I feel like at any point I could just run my finger over it and they'd be like flat down again. So yeah, that's the only bad thing I'd have to say about it. Having said that, I would still use it. I like the finish it's given and I love that I don't have to like spend a while like with soap getting it wet and getting it to a nice consistency and having to clean it all up. So for me this is just really easy to use, but yeah, just not 100% perfect. I will also just touch on the price. So this is £15, obviously a big jump between the price of like soap brows, I think. So a lot of people obviously use soap for this, which costs like £2, so it is a little bit of a jump, but obviously it's ready to go, and yeah, I would buy it again. So yeah, that brings me to the end of the video. If you've got any questions or anything about it, then please don't hesitate to ask. Please also subscribe to my channel and check me out on TikTok and Instagram, and I will see you in the next video.